Okay, here we are in part 2. Now we're just gonna talk about the gaming news. I'm gonna put this segment in the end. Let's speed through some of this. Switch 33, it's selling 2 times as fast as any other JRPG on Steam, proving Square Enix wrong. To summarize this one, Square Enix long ago, they said, oh, turn-based simply don't sell, that's why we're not making them, blah, 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 blah. Fine. We had Baldur's Gate. We had Metaphor Fantasio. Now we have Expedition 33. Now, there are no excuses. The next Final Fantasy, since people want it, right? They told Square Enix, they said no, but now the numbers came up. I hope the next one will be turn-based, right? Or at least have parallel releases. One with action, then the other one with turn-based. But yeah, Square Enix, you are wrong. Still on Square Enix, you have the Chrono Trigger remake, right? Apparently was supposed to happen, but we got an update that it was confirmed, but then we got the update that it was probably a mistranslation. The update, the late update from the footage from the event is out, and Horror himself never actually says anything related to a remake of Chrono Trigger. Like at all, it was all the interpreter. Sorry, busted everyone's battle. Wah wah. Yeah, see, they could, for example, do this. Why don't they just remake this game? I don't get it. Yeah, I understand. Some people that, work on this game originally, probably not alive. For example, Toriyama, for those that don't know, Toriyama made the design of Chrono Trigger. This is why if you take the smart girl, she literally looks like Bulma. If we go here, this girl. If you paint her hair blue, it's gonna be Bulma. Really, this hair is iconic to Toriyama. So I understand that, but I don't know. What do you think? Should we have a remake for this game? This game, people say it's iconic. I bought it, but I haven't got a chance to play it. If they release a remake and it's turn-based, I would go for it. Not gonna lie. And then you have this one. Again, this is what I said, right? The first game, I mean, honestly, should be the opposite. Should be like 3 mil, and 10 mil, but whatever. The first one sold, Kingdom Come Delivers. The first one sold 10 mil, and the second one sold 3 mil copies. But it's just 3 months, so it has the potential to, to go over that. I still haven't bought Kingdom Come Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And it's on sale, I believe. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Or it was on sale. Yeah, there you go. It's on sale, 15% off. So it's ended May 15th. That's like Thursday. So just get it. And yeah, they only sold two editions. One without the expansions, and the other, separate expansion pass or whatever the fuck if you change your mind or whatever. So buy it. I may buy it, but it's like I have so much on my plate. It's like, do I really want to buy this one? I didn't even beat the first one. But yeah, Kingdom Come Deliver. Shout out to the game. And it's a short. I'm not sure if it's shorter game, but it definitely has a smaller budget, smaller team. And for the yappers out there, they made a 1,000 bug fix. 1,000 bug fix in its new 34-page patch note. So the yappers, go for it. Yeah, that's a lot. That's like, that's a lot. But hey, shout out to them. It contains over 9,000 words. It's over 9,000. Let's keep going. We have on EA, we have the writer behind the new Apex Legend character. Sparrow was laid off 1 day after the character was publicly revealed. This is my fear with the current structure of of these corporations, whatever. And this funny, this actually happened to me. I was asked, to work for something, I deliver, but because the maintenance, we actually don't need you. We don't need your expertise. We can just get it for cheaper, in one of the cheap countries. So they just fire you and hire another guy. I hope this doesn't become a standard, right? Because it's people's lives at risk sometimes, right? We have we had another news, whatever. They fired not only that person, but 300 to 400 employees across Respawn. Yeah, to focus on Apex Legend. But it's like, okay, then you release the character, you fire the writer, sure. Then you have this one. They also pausing the development of future rally racing games. The company behind it is, God damn it, where is the? I don't have my shit together. Let's see if we can find it. I didn't know it was published by EA. If we go for Rally, right? Dirt Rally, for example. Is this published by EA? Oh, it is published by EA. Damn. So it's Codemasters. There you go. Yeah, it's in Codemasters. Oh, I didn't know it was EA that was publishing this. Yeah, that's a GG's. And they said that even though, you know, Codemasters is pretty much a racing thing, you can see they only do racing games, right? Mostly there's some, you know, non-racing games here. But they said, yeah, we're gonna not focus on racing games. It's like, yeah. So they adding microtransactions from €5 to almost €100, 99, right? In a close off of Skate. And they confirm that it's going to be fully online, no offline guaranteed, right? And right now it's in a closed alpha, by the way. So, yeah. People are saying, bad move, Skate. They won't do anything about it. Screw you, man. Screw you. Then they're gonna, you know, when he releases, it doesn't have the high number. People not spending as much. Oh, failed project. Close the studio, shut down everything, laid off everybody. It's like, man, this industry, I swear to God. There you go. This is the memo. EA owns studio. I didn't know EA owns this. For some reason, it didn't pick with me because it didn't connect with me. How people say click. Yeah, it doesn't click with me. Because I think I own Rally. No, I don't. I could say I own. I remember playing a similar game. Maybe it wasn't. I was like, okay, that is cool. Was it? Maybe it was Dirt Rally. How many Dirt Rallies are there? I can see. Wait. If we go by, where was it? Controller. Narrow by tag. Sports simulation racing. Games. There you go. Yeah, type. Yeah. This is done by EA. Oh, maybe this is the one I was looking at. Okay. The WRC. Okay. Not concatenating racing. Maybe this is the one I was thinking about. I don't know none of this. I could try on some of this, but whatever. Yeah, dirt racing. Yeah, the studio is gonna be laid off and they're gonna be shifted away from rally titles. Okay, hopefully it's Need for Speed at least, because Codemasters, they made some Need for Speed in the past, right? Then you have GTA 5 Enhanced Edition is now the worst rated game, worst rated GTA on Steam. I thought it was the worst game ever rated, but whatever. Seriously, looks almost identical almost to Xbox Series S version low. I was playing on Series S the other day after ramping everything on PC. What? So this, for those that don't know, the enhanced edition is it is in like similar to Colt is saying. It is the piece. It is the console version of the game. For those that don't know, the console version had some features that was exclusive to console. They now brought to PC, but instead of bringing it to the same version, they decided to make an enhanced version. I think they said that everybody that owns it got it for free. Let's see, GTA 5 Enhanced Edition. And Great Wire Shark card. See, you cannot even buy the fucking. Wait. Hold on. Oh, this expires tomorrow. Oh, whatever then. And this is the by GTA 5 Enhanced Edition, so 129. Do you get it for free? Permanent ban, blue screen of death. Oh boy. Recently is very positive. Maybe the updates changed something. But I'm wondering, okay, how they gonna do the update? Will they say, okay, now that because they moved the previous version as legacy and we have the enhanced edition. I will have to check. I'll confirm later because I had some issues where GTA 5 wasn't working for me for some reason. Or it was working, but I had some small issues. So where the hell is it? So this is the enhanced edition, okay. And I think they removed GTA 5. They just left the enhanced edition. Okay, I own through Rockstar launcher, so yeah, we're just gonna move on. Let's speed this up because the video is already too long. Let's keep going. Well, GTA is definitely going to be $80 now. Lamau, we don't know. It's gonna release next year, but Kotaku is saying $80. Let's read it. What the hell is this white? Okay, whatever. And then video, yay. Oh my god, pause the damn thing. You don't pause the video? Wow. That's what you're doing? Alright. There you go. This was before the... What was the name? This was before the... This was before the delay. So, GTA6 is set to launch later this year. Maybe October? Regardless when it arrives, it seems likely now that it will release at... After Nintendo and Microsoft both announced the game will be $80. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have news on this, but Xbox raised their prices and the price of the consoles, all right? And the games, they announced that by the end of the year, they will start being at $80. So let's see how it goes. That the open world sequel will be cost at least $8, if not more. First of all, there's no official confirmation. Because it is... Okay. Because it is GTA, right? And GTA 5 sold, made out, I don't know, $3 billion, $1 billion in 3 days or $3 billion in 3 days, something like that, the original one. And that was on PlayStation 3, right? You have to remember that, okay, people are getting older, they're getting access to more, disposable income, they'll be able to pay for more, stuff, leisure, let's say, leisure, right? So, because there are gonna be more people now, it should sell more. That's at least my math in my head, right? And because of that, especially when it's GTA, I think Take-Two has the opportunity to do the funniest thing, where they just come out and make it $60. Because first of all, they don't make money on the sales; they make money on the microtransaction inside GTA Online. And with the reports that came out that they said, oh, we want, GTA Online to be more like Fortnite and more like Roblox, where you just have your open, you have an open set, let's say, and you can develop your own game there. They might have, some type of collection fee or whatever that people come in, they have to pay a little bit, and then, it's something that they can do, something like that, right? They have the opportunity to do the funniest things where they just release it and make it $60 because first of all, they're gonna make the money back. It's GTA. It was the most watched trailer ever, whatever the hell. People cannot wait for it, right? Plus it's GTA. It's like, yeah, if they want to be dicks, they could even go make it $100, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna do that. But who the hell knows? I'm just trying to predict the future, which is impossible, right? They might not. We might land in the wrong timeline. But they have the opportunity to do the funniest thing where they release, it's $60. That's it. All the other games, they will be, different prices, but GTA will be $60. They just announced that Mafia will be $50 and it's going to be a smaller scope, whatever. So, I don't know. I say let's see. And we have another ad. Yay. I'm not gonna read the article. We don't know the price is gonna be. It might be $80, it might be less, it might be more. Who the hell knows? And it doesn't impact, PC gamers. until it arrives to PC, which is what, 2028? So by then it's like, let's see how it's gonna go. Do I agree? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Nintendo is making $90 for the physical, so we're counting on you, GTA. We're counting on you. And this was the message for, you know, the delay. Man, I didn't have the trailer thingy, but whatever. Yeah, so basically they're saying GTA is now set to release on May 2026. We are sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement around GTA has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. Okay, take your time. I just don't like that they're announcing a release date, because there was no release date. They just said 2025, right? Now they give me a release date. What if you don't meet this release date? Then what? Then you have to delay again. So I would rather just say late 2026, spring 2026. You know, say something just to calm the nerves and the anticipation or whatever, but not the release date. With the release date now, people are expecting this to be released, but let's see how it goes. With every game we have released, the goal is always been to try and exceed your expectations, and GTA6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver level quality you expect and deserve. We look forward sharing more information with you. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. 1 year, is it enough for them to actually polish, develop, whatever? The problem is we don't know. We don't know what's the state of the game. We don't know if the game is, for example, nearly done. It's already playable from beginning to end. If they're just in the polishing phase, we don't know nothing. Some people were speculating that they just delaying 1 year to polish the online, so it's, you know, smooth at launch. The online was shitty when it came out, right? First for the consoles, then for PC, it was also shitty. So, I don't know. What do we do with this information? Does this impact you in any way? I don't know. For me, it's like, I have other games to play. I'm gonna be fine, and it's not gonna release to PC, so I don't really care. I don't care. They did release some of the things. Let's see. See, PC Gamer is saying that, oh, God forbid 2028 for the PC version, so whatever. If we go for Rockstar Games, Rockstar Games, GTA, Newswire, where is it? Damn, big ass banner. I believe you just do. Fuck me, for real. 6. There you go. They put some information on the site. You can see these are the protagonists: Jason, Lucia, blah 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 blah. You know, downloads, places, characters, whatever, trailers, whatever. Some images came out, whatever. But what I want to show you, let's go to trailer number 2. We're gonna mute, of course. I learned my lesson, and we're not even gonna play. But let's go to YouTube. We're also not gonna play. Where is the... Man, we don't have... Oh man, I wish we had. Like the waves, watch waves, we don't have. But basically what I wanted to show is like more or less here. When she, you know, start walking here, because they had a shot of the ass physics or whatever. And it had like a huge spike, but yeah, we're not able to see. Whatever, we don't care. Whatever. Yeah, 2028 for the PC release, or it may be even longer. Remember when I said that the CEO of, what was it? My mouse. Corsair. CEO of Corsair said, "Oh, I know when GTA is gonna get released." There you go. But even then, we now have the tariffs, so yay. Let's keep going. GTA delay could hurt total video game industry. In sales in 2025. Let's read what I say. How games are good games are selling. Stop chasing infinite profit, goddammit. This is because there was the problem that people didn't want to clash the release date with GTA 6. So they were holding on the release date, right? One of the reasons is Ghost of Yote, for example. You seen how I believe I showed that the release date was announced for October. Right after they announced for October, that we had the GTA 6 delay. So that means they wanted to release next to GTA. They probably delay, but because it's Sony, they have some internals. They kind of really received and then they shift a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. But yeah, that's what I said in the comment, that good games are selling. So I don't know what you're talking about, but let's see what they're trying to say here. Let's get it. So Rockstar has delayed GTA 6, and that's going to have negative ramifications on the total video game industry market. Damn. Let's see. According to Sicarna analyst Matt Piscatella, who discussed these negative consequences in a new interview. Speaking to Game Radar, Piscatella said GTA 6 is a mass market game. They expect to bring back lapsed console players and will help sell PlayStation, Xbox consoles in general. This is true. GTA has motion. GTA is on the levels of what? Pokemon, Minecraft, and Call of Duty every year. If you see these games, Zelda and Mario, right? Big release of Mario. Like, if you have this, if you have a game that you want to release, just stay away from those games, right? Just stay away. A similar phenomenon was observed with CBF 25 last year. EA hadn't released a college football game since 2013. There was a lot pent up demand for CFB 25. For GTA 6, not only it expects to lift console sales. See, this is what I'm saying. If a game has so much motion, why would they price it at $80, like Kotaku was saying, or even $100? You're already gonna sell regardless. People really are scared of you releasing your game, right? So that means that game will sell. Like, I don't get it, but whatever. Piscatella sales. Piscatella could bring maybe said. Piscatella said it could bring. Said it could bring growth overall video game market and might also negative impact. Oh my God. It might also reinvigorate investor interest. I thought we already have investor interest, right? Following a period of investment, fear scaling back in terms of funding video games and studio. It's like, you make a good game, you get shut down. You make a bad game, you get shut down. It's like, okay, don't know what to say, whatever. So with GTA being delayed, Piscatella said, I don't think anyone benefits in 2025 from this push. He added, it wasn't looming over the holiday season. It was going to be a big driver of what success potential the holiday seasons had. What about Call of Duty? I think this person is talking from business perspective, not necessarily from gamer perspective, but whatever. Now that GTA is no longer coming in 2025, Piscatella said he's projecting total spending on the video game market to fall in mid to single-digit percentage range. Spending could fall to the lowest since before the pandemic, he said. Oh man, it was different time back then. Okay, whatever. Piscatella went to say on social media GTA 6 being delayed to 2026 does not mean there will be a whole bunch of other dollars available for other games this year. It just means that a bunch of the dollars that would have been spent on gaming this year have disappeared. But my counter argument is we still have games being released. So you're saying what? Ghost of Yotei won't sell? Stellar Blade on PC won't sell? I will buy that shit. Stellar BBL, what do you mean? Before this, Piscatella said he predicted that GTA's launches of GTA 6 and Switch in 2025 would help lift total video game industry sales in 2025. That's the thing. It's like Mario Kart will sell Nintendo. Okay? It's not Nintendo Switch, it's Mario Kart. First of all, Nintendo is doing a strategy where it's cheaper to buy the bundle version. Number two, it just sold out in Japan. Why? We read the news that Nintendo cannot keep up with the demand of Nintendo Switch 2. So, what is this guy talking about? He said that GTA 6 is the single most important video game release in history. I don't agree. I don't agree. Because, again, people miss the number sequence, right? The numbers, Mason. It says GTA 6. That means we had 5 other, even though we had more releases, but let's just follow whatever mindset he has. There were other 5 releases that had slowly built up to the escalation point that we have GTA 6, right? We would not be as excited for GTA 6 if we didn't have the other games. This is the mindset that these guys don't see. These folks up there, they don't see that. They just look at GTA 6. Yeah, GTA 6 is the most important game in history. Even though we need to have 5 other games to get to GTA 6. Shut up. For real, shut up. No. I politely disagree. If you say to our industry overall to, buy more consoles and potentially buy more hardware, sure, I guess. But it's like, it's pretty much saying, yeah, people will only do that for that one game. Who plays consoles to play one game? Who plays video game and just plays one game? I know the Candy Crushes guys, right? But not on the console and PC space. I don't see that, right? It's like Fortnite right now is doing numbers. You say no, that doesn't matter. It's coming to the iPads and the iPhones and whatever. So it's coming to the Apple devices, right? Although GTA is no longer coming in 2025, Take-Two still has Borderlands 4. That's another game people are looking forward to. Mafia: The Old Country. This is another $50 game with smaller scope that we're gonna be buying. In addition to its roster sport titles, for example. But you say no, people just care about GTA 5. Okay, whatever then. Across the industry overall, it's expected that Activision will launch Call of Duty. Yeah, this is Call of Duty. I just mentioned Call of Duty, right? While Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart are no doubt to expect to lift up the total game industry. That's what I'm saying. So how can you say GTA is the most single whatever when we have other things that can do that, right? There will be a new Call of Duty and it will sell. Like, what are we talking about? There's also a possibility about Battlefield 6 coming this year. It was confirmed that it will come next year by March 2026. EA just confirmed that. GTA will set to release. Yeah, this is an old article, but now it's set to 2026. So yeah, I don't agree with that guy at all. You can debate me in the DM. We're gonna talk about it. GTA 6 got out of the way of the true champion. Yeah. Half-Life 3 maybe is reportedly playable and could be announced this year. Announced. This guy is Mike Ybarra, by the way. For those that don't know, he worked with Blizzard. All of his takes are garbage. He is now CEO of Prize Peaks. Lock into your favorite players, tap into the game, cash in on your sports knowledge. Shout out to him. Nintendo has filed a lawsuit against accessory manufacturer GameCube for showing off a 3D printed mockups of Nintendo Switch 2 ahead of its official announcement. Nintendo is on the right to do this type of stuff, but should they do it? No, but it's Nintendo. We just put up with them because they make good games, I guess. Whatever, fuck Nintendo, man. As a PC gamer, fuck Nintendo. Nintendo fans fight back against Switch 2. eBay scalpers and bots by post fake listing. And I'm like, this is just the norm nowadays, huh? So what they do is they take a picture of this Switch 2, they word it in a way that the bots will catch it, but they put a note at the end. Hey, if you are human, please don't buy this. I'm just trying to fight the bots. But I'm like, okay, the bots will give you money. You're gonna make money. Isn't that illegal against the site? Make fake posting, fake listing? Like, I'm questioning the logistics here, but hey, they doing this, so yeah. And this happens for everything nowadays. Any GPUs that come out, whatever, they've been doing this. Nintendo has filed a subpoena to force Discord to hand over the details of the Gamefreak hacker who was the source of the last year Terra leak. Ooh, if Nintendo finds the person or people involved, they will likely be facing jail time. You can see here, this is the message. The guy called himself Game Freak Out, and then he posted a bunch of shit. Yeah, if you are the guy that leaked this shit, stay away. Nintendo will get your ass. They'll send the ninjas, they'll get your ass. Careful out there. These are the prices for the Nintendo Switch 2 in Canada. Take a screenshot, go. Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on. They're expensive as fuck anyways. Nintendo Switch 2 has delayed the pre-orders in the US to assess the impact of the tariffs and feel like a warning of hardware price raises to come. Yeah, but they released it again, so yeah, now it's on track. That was old news because this is from April. And then this one, Nintendo raising costs of the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US due to tariffs, but the console price remains the same. Yeah, that's the goal. I'm saying make it make sense, Lamau. So the console prices are the same, but the console price of the accessories are being raised, and the game also being raised to $8 digital, allegedly $90 physical. We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna power through this. We just win this together, my guy. Win this together. PCs will be exempt from tariffs, but consoles will not. So this is still in progress. It's not decided yet. Not the final version. Whatever. This it's like one day tariff, the other day take. Oh, one day tariff, the other day take. It's like it's hard to keep up. I'm just saying, PC game been winning since 2010. Hey, we good out here. ESA says tariff will have a detrimental impact on the entire game industry, not just Nintendo. Who the hell is ESA? Let's see who the hell is ESA. Who the hell is ESA? That's what I want to know. Should I read this one? It's like, it's obvious. Tariffs are import tax, right? So everything that is coming into the country will be taxed more. People are thinking, nah, companies will find ways to, start working in the country, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, sure. PlayStation raise prices. Ew. Yeah. I think we have this news. It's like, they raise the price for the console everywhere else. Prices will raise, either here or there, but companies will not be willing to pay this difference. It's like simple math. Even my dumbass knows. Anyways, we have Phil Spencer saying the Xbox Game Pass is not for everybody. He's been saying this for ages in many interviews. No one is forcing you or the developers for Game Pass. It's an option. Internet gaming site. Look, he admits. There you go. I trust whatever Hazardor Gaming has to say. So shout out to Hazardor Gaming. It's not for everybody. It never was for everybody, right? Even PC is not for everybody. Linux is not for everybody. What are we talking about? It's Phil Spencer, so whatever. Copilot for gaming. Look at this. Our new assistant tool coming for Xbox mobile app. And you can ask questions. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? Install this. And then you have, okay, I have Wood 3. What do I do? There's some audio. I'm not playing copyright. And then it's telling you how to do this. So it's a game assistant. So I ask it to rage quit for me. Let's read what Hazardor has to say. The reason why shareholders and Microsoft / Satya Nadella let Xbox hardware exist. I can see, like, okay, gaming as is, right, can be tricky for some people. For example, especially new gamers, right? New gamers. You never game your whole life, you're 20 something, whatever, you're trying to get into games, you're playing the game for the first time. It can be unintuitive, right? To know, even Minecraft. I don't know how to make freaking wood or whatever. So there is some positive, but then it's like there's also the drawbacks. People, companies might collect your data. You say something you didn't mean to, well, it's already there. They might start using that data that you feed in to kind of recommend you games that will be suddenly Microsoft games or something. Slippery slope here. Good idea, but it will depend on the execution. And it's AI. I don't know. I've seen people like having girlfriends, boyfriends with AI. It's like, okay, careful out there. South of Midnight hits over 1 million players in less than a month. I believe this is sales. Probably not. This is on Game Pass. Shout out to South of Midnight. It's an okay game if you want, a short okay game with a good story. I'm gonna give a good story. Good story. Okay, voice acting. Check my review. Go for it if you are interested in South of Midnight. This one, still Microsoft. On Overwatch MOBA is reportedly in the works for mobile devices. Oh my god. Many publishing partners are referring to it as Overwatch 3. We don't even have Overwatch 2. A MOBA for MOBA. I know the microtransactions will go crazy. ZeniMax Union calls out Microsoft for lack of contract. Let's read this one. ZeniMax workers United CWA have called out Microsoft for a continued lack of contract between the union and the parent company. Oh my god. Members, there are no ads on this website? Okay, whatever then. Members of the union believe that Microsoft refuses to address various concerns, including lack of remote work options and the company's continue outsourcing quality assurance work. Wait, what the fuck does ZeniMax do? Because the work of ZeniMax was pretty much Bethesda, right? They had to buy Bethesda through ZeniMax. What did they do? Let's keep reading. It becomes increasingly clear that although Microsoft tries to position itself as a good faith employer, there is another story being told behind the scenes at the bargaining table, union member. And senior QA tester Otto Michael said, okay. We are frustrated. Our union will continue fighting until we secure our first contract. And we are prepared to do whatever it takes, even if it means withhold our labor. Ooh, this is some dangerous territory right there. Because especially if they have your name, you may apply to another company and they might not hire you because of that. These companies are all a cartel. Careful with them. At the beginning of April, members of the union voted the authorization of a strike against Microsoft. Should an agreement not be reached and the leaders deem it necessary, I think it's deem it necessary. Members of the union also held pickets outside of ZeniMax's office in Texas and Maryland. That's it, okay. Talks between the union and Microsoft have been ongoing for 3 years with no deals reached. Oh, damn. Despite the aforementioned concerns that are still present, the union did state that there have been agreements made regarding contractors and artificial intelligence. Thousands of workers have freely and fairly chosen union representation with CWA under the agreement. CWA Chief of Staff Sylvia J. Ramos said it's time for Microsoft negotiators to make bargaining contracts with these workers a priority so that together we can fully realize the promise of our partnership. What do you think of similarly style labels between Microsoft and ZeniMax? Let us know down below, blah, blah, blah. So, this article doesn't say much, but it's like, okay, what type of work do you guys do? It said something like QA tester, for example, and concerns about regarding contractors and artificial intelligence. There was another strike under Microsoft with Blizzard, and a similar thing. The QA was being, mistreated or whatever. They didn't allow, people to do. They were like, offloading everything to contractors. They fire people and then they post the same position with lower pay, right? And it's like take it or leave it type of situation. So they were unionized. I don't know what happened to that, but yeah. But it's saying negotiations have been going on. What does it say? 3 years, right? The union have been going on for 3 years with no deal reached. If you have been 3 years and no deal reached, it's like, I don't think they care, mate. Oh man, it's fucked up. Oh my god, this cutthroat corporate bullshit shenanigans. See this shit we have to put up with. Still Microsoft, Bethesda never wanted load screen, but they are necessarily evil. Okay, for this outcome, I'm not even gonna open. Let's use simple math. For up until, I'm gonna give you a benefit of the doubt. Fallout 3. Fallout 3? Fallout 4. For until Fallout 4, fine. But since Fallout 4, how many games came out that didn't have this never-ending load screen? And how many games did Bethesda release with never-ending load screen? One of the complaints of Starfield was the load screens. What are we talking about? At the beginning, sure, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Sure, necessarily evil, fine. But since Fallout 4, I believe, hold on. I opened the wrong one. Hold on. The Witcher. Hold on. The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3, when was the release date? Release dates 2015, right? For Windows, PlayStation, blah, blah, blah. 2019 for Nintendo Switch, and then Xbox, whatever, then nobody cares. 2015, okay. Fallout 4. Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is a 2015 game. There you go. So we have The Witcher and Fallout 4. They released on the same year, but The Witcher doesn't have problems with loading screen. But your Starfield has problem with loading screen. Your tech is not good. Your tech is simply not good. Improve your tech, change your tech. You just suck, okay? Do better, Bethesda. Do fucking better. All right, the next Xbox console might not be a traditional console. Insiders claim. This one I'm also gonna skip. It's like the next one. Depends on what you mean the next one. Because there are rumors, not even rumors, there are leaks about the ROG Ally Xbox. You can see here, Asus upcoming ROG Ally 2 could be the Xbox handheld. There were some, leaks, whatever. This is how it looks like. This is the controller, and this is how it looks like. So if you mean this one, it was already confirmed. There are rumors since forever. They never officially announced it, but this has been, this has been teased even, whatever, yeah? We don't care about the next one because we know that the next one will be this one. But the next, aka the next generation of console, that might be tricky because the Xbox, they're not selling, even though they're raising the price, But yeah. I don't know. I don't want to read this article. Let's move on. We have plenty more to cover. And then there you go. They're increasing the price. You can see this is the old price. This is the new price. Shout out to Xbox doing the best to keep their numbers high. I don't know what to say. Okay, sure. I play on PC. We're gonna move on. And then now into PlayStation. Now playing on PlayStation, over 100 million songs ad-free. Get up to 3-month Apple Music at no extra cost. Learn more. Let's go learn more. Okay. Sign up for Apple Music from your PlayStation 5 console. Listen over to 100 million songs ad-free. Redeem by April 18th by 2026. Oof. Okay. But hold on, it's just 3 months, right? Oh. Okay, whatever then. So whenever you like, oh, there's an album of an artist that will come out, you know exactly when it's gonna come out, or you get some type of shadow drop. You just submit and then, you know, get your free music console, you know, do your thing. But yeah, until March 2026, that's like next year. Create your own personal gaming playlist on Apple Music and listen before, during, or after gameplay section. What you need? An account and an Apple account. Okay. I thought they would say see additional terms. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. So I thought they're gonna say, oh, you need a PlayStation Network subscription, but no, you just log in. This is how to redeem. Find the Apple Music app. Oh, okay, find the apps and then download the instructions, sign in if you don't have already, and then enjoy. That's it, no extra cost. You have some questions here. Which PlayStation devices? All PlayStation 5 consoles. I wonder if, since they have the PlayStation, what was it? I forgot the name. PlayStation Beam thingy. PlayStation McGuffin, what was it? PlayStation Remote? What was it? Remote Play? No, that wasn't Remote Play. PlayStation 5 device. I forgot the name of the damn thing. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. What is this? Portal. Yeah, you have the Portal. Since you have the Portal, maybe you can, for example, have, okay, people are using the TV, fine. I'm gonna go upstairs. I take this, I listen to Apple Music. That's cool. That's cool as hell. That's cool. What do we have here? Yeah, PlayStation increasing prices in Canada. There you go. And these are the prices, right? Previous was this. Wait, is it network? Yeah, PlayStation Plus. There you go. Yeah, the increase in the PlayStation Plus. You have here. These are the. Wait, is this the same picture? I'm confused. 109 essential. Which one is being selected? Premium. Oh, this is premium, extra, and then essential. Okay. So yeah, if you live in Canada, you pay for PlayStation. It's getting more expensive. Starting when? Is it right now? Oh, increased. Dude, Sony really wants people migrate to PC. Lamau. You are of their mind, Sony. $189. It says 224. Maybe it was. Oh yeah. It was. Okay. Now 224. Damn. And then you know what's the worst thing? If the tariffs, you know, Trump changes his mind, whatever, tariffs go down, the prices probably won't go down. But whatever. And then this is, yeah, they raise the prices of the PlayStation 5 Digital. Not only digital, normally they come down in price. Yeah, but not in this generation. You know what? I'm just gonna go. Yeah, they raised the price everywhere. 100 euros more than it did at launch. I think we saw that before, so we're just gonna move on. And then this is the update of the from official. So this is in Europe. They saying these are the prices, right, for the digital. And this is the disc. And this drive will be an RRP decrease effective of April 14th. Selected EMEA, selected markets in EMEA not listed above may also receive a RRP increase. You just said decrease. Now you're saying increase? Please check with your local retailer. Oh, man. So basically, no price for the standard PS5 with Ultra disk drive. So the ones with disk drive should remain the same, right? And this is what? This is the disk drive. Yeah, these are the prices now. 800 in New Zealand. 500 in the EU. Yeah. $900 for a 6-hour console with no games is laughable. Just buy a PC at this point. We all got PS games anyway. Lama. Yeah, interesting strategy. If the consoles are raised in price already, what will be the price of the PlayStation 6? And then there's a starting issue register in several PS5 and PS5 Pro games with VRR enabled. What the hell was VRR? Let's read this article. So there's a starting issue with several PlayStation 5 games and enable variable refresh rate. Oh, yeah. Analog refresh rate. Oh, analog frame rate. The report comes from Digital Foundry, and they know their shit when it comes to this type of research, right? So, which is investigated in the which investigated the which investigated the issue across various games. They found out that after 20 and 30 minutes of playing one of these games, stuttering would occur roughly every 8 seconds. Every 8 seconds, and you're raising the price of this console. Wow, give or take a few frames here and there. The following games were confirmed to be affected on both PlayStation versions. These are the games: The Last of Us Part 1, 2, Diablo 4, Resident Evil, The Ring, Hogwarts, Marvel, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. What about more games? Digital Foundry have tested Warhorse first-person open-world game. What? Play on Xbox Series X and notice no such stuttering problem. Ooh, so it is a PlayStation issue that is raising the price. But it's like Xbox is also raising the price, so yeah. They also noticed that they took place around various TV sets, eliminating that as a potential factor. I mean, it's probably not the TV, right? Because if it was TV, it would be right away, not after 30 minutes. At least I don't think so. However, the games do not seem to exhibit this behavior. Okay, so yeah, it's not all across. What's more interesting, some of these games are powered by the same engine seen in the first group. For example, Dragon's Dogma 2 uses the RE engine, just like Resident Evil 4. Yeah, but Resident Evil 4 is affected. Okay. But Larry's impacted, for me is not. Having said that, Digital Friend noted that it's unthinkable that some games could suffer from the issue. Albeit, only after playing them for longer than half an hour. So 30 minutes, bro. You tired from work, right? Like me. You tried the Ubisoft Star Wars demo. And then 30 minutes starter. It's like, yo. Okay. Interestingly, the stuttering issues seem to go away for a while after switching another input. For example, PC and back. Of course, that's not a proper fix. What do you mean by another input? The controller? I don't get it. Of course, that's not a proper fix, which can only come from Sony or the developers, depending on whether the system-wide or game-specific issue. Nevertheless, needless to say, we'll let you know if Sony acknowledges the problems, provides ETA in its resolution. There's no update in this one. There's some stuff being said here. Zen 2 architecture. Is it Zen 2 architecture? Oh, you mean it's a Zen 2 architecture. But it's the PlayStation 5. I thought they would use Zen... Wait, which Zen are we? We're about to get Zen 6. Why is the console on Zen 2? What? I mean, I get it. It was produced long before, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, damn. Okay, you better get like Zen 5 on the PlayStation 6. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, PlayStation 5 update brings back its classic console themes. The PlayStation themes are styled after the PlayStation from 2 to 4, and they even include the iconic startup sounds from those consoles. This should be a thing. It was on the tariff anniversary version or whatever. You can see. Hopefully it stays forever or something. Let me just make sure. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was introduced. We're supposed to be limited promotions and promise that it will be bring a fantastic response. Yada, 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 yada. With the new update, customer appearance and menu. These 4 presets, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I'm assuming that it just stays forever, right? We're not gonna play any audio. I don't want any copyright. Fuck everybody. Let's just see how it looks like. You can choose. So hopefully it just stays here forever, because this type of shit we like to see. It's like you have so many years, and it's what? It costs you 1 or 2 designers to do this. It's like, you can see that they're switching over there. I would be bold and put the PSP even. Fuck it, put the Vita in. I would do more. But whatever, let's move on. Yeah, this one. PlayStation 5 rental program in Japan is more popular than expected, says the retailer GEO. Thousands of retail units are almost completely sold out for the next 6 weeks across Japan. It's in Japan. Why is this? Why is this? I don't know. It could be because people that are overworked or whatever. At least that's what I've been hearing. They don't necessarily want to buy, and this approach is cheaper. You get what, 6 months, play a couple games that you want, and then that's it. Move on, right? For example, me, I am a PC gamer, right? If I had this program, I'm not gonna lie, I would have signed up for. Get the 6 month, get the GTA, right? Play it, or even buy a used copy, whatever, to really get the most value out of this. Play, beat it a couple times, wow, then return it. This is one way, right? And then it's like people that are curious. I'm on PlayStation 4. I don't know, should I really buy for a PlayStation? So you rent it out. That's the entire purpose. You rent it out, try it out, right? It becomes your beta. I just hope there's some program to help you buy the console later on, right? Because it's rented, you don't know what these people are doing. They might be putting water on that shit, and then you will get blamed for it. So careful out there. But yeah, shout out to PlayStation. Days Gone is a really good piece of work, says Tech Expert. It didn't come to PlayStation. It didn't come to PC, so I don't care. We're gonna move on. Days Gone remake, it's out, or remaster or whatever. Long-awaited PS5. Oh my god, hold on. The long-awaited PS5 Judas was quietly delayed and barely anyone noticed it. It was supposed to release by March 2025. Wow, I was wondering what happened to this game. It wasn't. That motherfucker lying. I think I heard about it. It's on PlayStation. We gotta wait for PC release. Let's go move on. Just gotta move on. And there you go. Epic Games. Shout out to Epic Games. Epic Games is giving back with a 0% revenue share for developers. Let's hear what they have to say. So Epic Games has just revealed a mighty change coming to operating model for the Epic Game stores. The team has announced that from June 2025, next month, any Epic Games payment processed will be done with 0% revenue share up to $1 million, up to the first $1 million. Once that threshold has been hit, an 88-12% split will kick back in. Okay. So look, imagine I'm an indie dev, right? Imagine I'm an indie dev. My game takes 5 years to hit 1 mil, right? Me receiving that amount, it's great, right? But somehow there will be people complaining about this. Steam has a 30% cut, right? Flat cut. They are also implementing something similar, right? Some thresholds that you need to hit, and after that, blah, 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 blah. But this is only because of Epic. So for me, the way I see it is like, okay, Epic is a competition. Competition is comparing, with the biggest, which is Steam. And competition is always good. The only scenario where competition is not good when you're all doing the same fucking thing, aka your internet provider, the fucking cartel, right? I hate internet providers because there's no difference between them. They all do the same shit. They put you under a contract for 2 years, you cannot cancel, go fuck yourself, and they are the cartel, right? But any other instance, competition is always good. Even if the competition doesn't have the same features, doesn't have whatever, they are trying. You can see that they are trying. The Epic Game Store have been evolving for the longest. and they have this, you know, programs that they try to help. That's the thing. They try to help everybody. They try to help the developers. They try to help the creators. I think now it's time for them to help out the gamers. There was, I'm not sure if I have it here, but they came up with a program where if you spend something on Epic Games, you get 20% back, right? But this money back, this kickback that you're receiving, it can only be spent within the store. So you get some type of credit or whatever. You buy, for example, Fortnite V-Bucks, whatever, you get 20% return, and then you can spend that on an Epic Game Store. So they are trying. They are trying. I can never shit on someone that is trying. I can never get mad at someone that is trying. Shout out to Epic Games, even though, you know, they allow NFT games, they allow AI games or whatever, but, you know, they are trying. Shout out to Epic Games. This will mean that developers listing their games on Epic Games Store will be able to soak up to 1 million proceedings in revenue without Epic Games taking a single penny out of it. Yeah, that's what it means. I mean, that's simple math. Even I know that. So whatever. But wait, there's more. Hold on. Along the news that Epic Games will permit developers to earn 1 million, up to 1 million without the pay of any store fees, the team revealed that web shops are being introduced for the developers. Here's a press release. In June 2025, we'll release a new feature enable developers to launch their own web shops hosted by Epic Games Store. These web shops offer players to out of the app purchases as more cost-efficiently alternative to in-app purchases, where Apple, Google, and others charge exorbitant fees. Oh, I see. But that's the question. Let's imagine Epic Games were the first one. Would they do this? But this is good. This is good. If Epic is doing this, that means Steam will have to notice this and do something about it, right? Let's see. Let's see. I like this. I like this a lot. Especially when you're gonna have Epic Games on mobile, right? On the other devices. So maybe we can get some games and then you're like, okay, I want to buy for coins, whatever. I don't have to buy through the app. I just buy from the developers and then maybe that is cheaper. Who the hell knows? With new legal rules in place, developers will be able to send players from games to make digital purchases from web shops on any platform that allows it, including iOS in the European Union and the United States. Furthermore, oh my God. Further to that, any players shopping in Epic web shops will accrue 5% rewards bonus on all purchases. This is what I was talking about. But, you know, there's another one, which is 20%. So you can get maybe a 25% win over there. But, you know, it's just in-house or in-store credit. So, whatever. It's not just developers to win here. Epic Games, who has long been an advocate to reward the developers and the players. The players, I don't know. They now charging for shoes in Fortnite. So, I don't know. But sure. The UEFN ecosystem on Fortnite allow creators to earn big bucks. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yeah, while entertaining players worldwide, and Epic Games Store regularly give away top tier free games while simultaneously support developers. Is this new revenue deal a W for Epic Games? Let me know what you think in the comments. Blah blah blah. It is a W for the developers, right? Up to 1 mil without store taking a fee. We don't have this anywhere. We don't have this anywhere. We don't have this anywhere. So yeah, shout out to Epic. And then they're saying that Fortnite is coming back to iOS next week. This was May 1st, so pretty much now. Let's go to, can we search? I'm gonna read their statement. Epic Games. Yeah, this is the 20% that they were saying. But I already told you, so we're not gonna go through that. Whatever. These are the free games. What the hell did they say this? It was May 1st. Let's keep going back. This is what? They've been waiting. Genshin Impact, whatever. Destiny 2, we don't care about Destiny. This is what... what the hell are this? Yeah, this is the 0% web shop. We already read it. But then there was... God damn it. I don't want to search Fortnite because I cannot find it. Super Space Club delivers, whatever, don't really care. Okay, whatever. Yeah, Fortnite is coming to Fortnite. Fortnite is coming to iOS. That's because of the laws that have been passing through regarding Apple and whatnot. And then we have the Fortnite WWE collaboration that arrives with Undertaker and Cody Rhodes. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is, but I definitely know who is Undertaker. I want to see Undertaker hitting the gritty. Send me videos of Undertaker hitting the gritty. Every character hitting the gritty. I don't need to see that. And this was Emperor Palpatine with a gun. The Dark Force. Blah, 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 whatever the hell he says. Shout out to Palpatine. We out here. See, somehow he returned to Fortnite. And then this one. Unannounced Blade Runner game cancelled at Supermassive Games via Mike Straw Media. I don't know who Supermassive is, first of all. If he's unannounced and it got cancelled, why should we care? Right? It's not like you're gonna release. Wait, is that them? Let's see. Man, why did they cancel? They made Until Dawn. Look at this. Hidden Agenda, PlayStation 4. Yeah. PlayStation 4 PC. I heard about this game. Little Hope. They made Little Nightmares. Alright. Enhanced Edition, House of Ashes, The Quarry. I've seen some gameplays of this. I was like, okay, I might play this, blah, 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 but never got to it. The Devil in Me. Detective. This is coming to 2025. And Little Nightmares 3. I think I've seen this directive, no?
Peggy 18.
Oh, hell no. We cannot. I need to be able to... No? Okay, whatever then. I think I sent this. It said 2025, so launch in October 2025. We're gonna take a look at this one. I think I've seen this. This is the trailer where she kills herself or whatever. She has a bad clone or whatever. It got cancelled. Shame. Someone is crying. No. The amount of money this big crowd throw away without careful planning is insane. But yeah, you don't understand the game when you say something like that. Anyways, Rematch, the new football game from the Sifu Studio. It hit 1800k players. Yeah, we waiting for this one. There was a beta, didn't try it. Apologies. I need to get my life together. It's cheap, you can see. There's a playtest upcoming, but it's coming on June. Man, it's cheap. Oh my god. It's cheap. So it reminds me of, Rocket League and whatnot. My only problem is like, yeah, it's just online. But then it's like, okay, wow, would you want a story on this? It's like, I wish I had a team to play this with. My friend is dead, so yeah. It has been online in what, 2 years or something. If he was here, we would play this, but I don't have anybody to play with. Hey, if you want to play this with me, let me know. I will definitely go for it. The game is cheap as fuck. Escape from Tarkov has caused irreparable damage to games industry. Let's read this one. I was interested in this one. Escape from Tarkov had been on the market for almost a decade. In that time, He has firmly established a position as the best and most popular extraction shooter ever made. Is it? I don't know. I only played The Division, never played this one, so I don't know. And it has inspired many. It has inspired the creation of many similar games over the years. How is that a bad thing? We just talk about Expedition, how it got inspired by JRPGs, Final Fantasy, and Personas, and whatever. How is that a bad thing? That does sit well with everyone, though. Many have suggested that the extraction shooter boom is akin to the battle royale boom of a few years ago, when every developer in the world seemed to want to make one. And this is the problem of the game industry. They don't understand that. Okay, they don't understand. Okay, Fortnite is popular, right? Fortnite is popular. Okay, fine. Even if we have to make our own Fortnite, the people that are playing Fortnite might not want to play our game just because it's a Fortnite clone, right? There's this sunken cost fallacy. They already spent so many skins and whatever inside Fortnite. Why would they come and spend the same amount of money here? The other factor, we're getting old. Time. If I'm gonna log in, I'm gonna play one game, two max, and I'm gonna bounce. I don't have time to play every game from every developer. Like, how? Where are you getting this metric from that if you do Fortnite, you become Epic Games? Like, what? 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 From the Battle Royale boom, right? How many survived? How many? I can count Fortnite. PUBG, still a thing. What else? What else? That's still doing numbers. I can think of. You know, maybe there is. I can think like maybe Battlefield 5, but it's like, okay, Battlefield 5. I'm not sure if it's supported. I'm not sure if it's still there. The latest Battlefield didn't have this Battle Royale mode, so COD, oh, Warzone, still doing numbers, right? That's not that many. I can count those with my one hand. But yeah, New Blood Interactive co-founder Dave Oshry is one of these people. Everything needs to be an extraction shooter. So yes, this is true. Right now we are having a renaissance on extraction shooters. If I go to my wish list, where do I go with my wish list? Here. If I go with my wish list, I'm just gonna scroll down and I'm looking for anything in particular. Let's see. I don't. Wait, what was the game? Punisher. Okay, whatever. Man, you can see my list is very big. I'm just adding everything. I'm not buying anything anymore. I just add them. Doom the Dark Ages. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that. For now, at least. Yeah, there you go. So this is an extraction shooter. I already have that game on my wish list. Nice. Spine is not okay. So we found one. This, I don't know. Would you consider this an extraction shooter since it's connected to Warzone? Whatever. Man, I could swear I would find more. Oh, here's what we can do. Let's do the following. Let's do the opposite. Wait. Let's do the opposite. Let's open this one. Extraction shooter. There you go. See? When you use 10% of your brain. There you go. Witchfire. I see. Helldivers. Is Helldivers an extraction shooter? I don't know. Sex divers. What the fuck is sex? Oh, well, now I'm banned. Lama. We're gonna add that for later. Yeah, so there is. I don't see anything that I recognize. Type games. Delta Force. Is Delta Force an extraction shooter? I'm looking for a game. I'm gonna look for it later. Yeah, from these, this like I have a couple, I guess. Is this an extraction shooter? Where the fuck did I buy this? Online. Oh my god. Come on. And then the problem with online is like, yeah, once the game dies, then what? You spend all that money and shit. So no, everything is to be a shooter. No, we are having a renaissance right now, but I don't think it's as bad as it was with the Battle Royale boom, where everything was literally a Battle Royale. Everything, right? Yeah. So screw this guy. He's talking shit. We're just gonna move on. Pokemon Go Niantic lays off 68 people after it sold its game for $3.5 billion. They hired, let me see, they'll get hired for cheaper under new leadership. It's like we don't have a new cycle, right? A new cycle without stating people were laid off, right? The downside might improve Niantic's operational efficiency. With 3.5 billion, I'm assuming you can take care of 5 people, but 68 people, sorry. But apparently not. So yeah, just gonna move on. Now I believe we are on the Ubisoft, right? So we're gonna talk about Ubisoft. Let's go. So Ubisoft has suddenly added an achievement for 2013 Splinter Cell. They also wait, no. Oh, I fucked up. This was supposed to be Ubisoft. Whatever. We're just gonna move this towards the end. Yeah, Marathon is, for example, the new upcoming place extraction shooter, but you know, whatever. Which was very different for the people living in Japan that didn't have this kind of reaction. There you go. If Japan is another offender, why should you? That's I got the argument. But yeah, I feel sorry for her having to go through this. Ubisoft seeking investors for new entity report claims. For those that don't know, this is a bit old, March 14th. They list Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six to a new entity that they co-own with Tencent. Tencent owns like 25%. They had a good contract over there. They just funded the whole deal, but now they're seeking investors for that. But if it was just that, okay, then the shareholders, right, are claiming that the company failed to disclose meeting with EA and Microsoft about IP acquisition. So this is something that they tried before getting that deal with Tencent. So if they didn't sell the IPs to those companies, they would have, you know, since they didn't sell the IPs to those companies, now they made a deal with Tencent instead. Shout out to Ubisoft. AG Investment CEO Juraj Krupa said that in a statement that Ubisoft is horrible, mismanaged by current management. Report claiming EA and Microsoft are in discussion to acquire Ubisoft IPs. That didn't happen, you know. This is the good thing about being from the future. That didn't happen, but yeah, and that's the problem. It's like, I don't think nothing will change since the upper management stays the same, unless the upper management suddenly has a realization, oh, things can be different actually, right? For example, look at this one. Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown sequel teased after incredible milestone. So the game sold well, right? The studio was closed, but they were, you know, they were sent to other teams, but officially closed, right? But now they're teasing some bullshit. So what? You're gonna get the band back to the band back together? This game is good, by the way. Get the Lost Crown. We're just gonna move on. It's Ubisoft. Ubisoft is looking into secret data collection claims. Ubisoft is also investigating who pooped in Ubisoft pants. They say it's a true history. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, granted, I'm going to extrapolate this story. Let's assume, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Someone from the team, a management, right, was told, hey, increase revenues. But it wasn't told how to increase revenue. So it was like, okay, let's just collect data from the players and sell it. And then start to do that. And then, okay, now this came back, and then this is coming to the upper management, which is like, what the fuck are you doing? No? Okay, we're looking into that. Which, here's the thing, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Usually the orders come from above, and that's it. And cascade down. That's how it works. Right? Right? So, yeah, they got caught getting player people's data. You can read this article if you want. It's Ubisoft. I'm gonna, yeah. So it's like someone was playing, I believe, Far Cry Primal or whatever, the game that actually I wanted to play and finish. But the game was making additional calls to the server, getting like playtime, whatever. But it's like something I don't get is like if you open any type of, application, they already have that data in, right? For example, here you have my Expedition 33, you have my playtime, my achievement, my, last play, you have if you save or not, blah, blah, blah. You already have this information. This has to be sent to the server, right? I actually get it from the server. Once I'm done playing, it sends to the server to update, and then it kind of stays synced, just so, I go to another device, I can download it instead of, having, some type of clash or whatever. But the thing is, they were doing this during gameplay. You're not supposed to do that, especially for the EU. This is why we have GDPR and other things. So yeah, Ubisoft, get your shit together, man. It's like we cannot go a month without you getting some type of trouble. It's either investors or this. Now check this news. Ubisoft will begin testing the Clear True offline mode next week. And I even told them, hey, good job. Right? Now let's look at the previous news. Ubisoft says players suing over his decision to shut down the server shouldn't have expected to own the game forever. So you're saying this in April 10, right? But in April 25th, you're saying, oh, we're going to be testing offline mode next week. Why not just do this from the beginning? People raise concerns. There is a reason for it, right? You listen to, is it really that hard? Your ears are deaf? And look at this shit. Ubisoft is developing a new Battle Royale heavily inspired in Apex Legends. So we just had the news that Assassin's Creed is selling, but we just watched the news that Prince of Persia hit a good milestone. And then if I search here, Ubisoft what? Ubisoft Battle Royale. No, this is, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Hyperscape. They made this. We supposed that the game will be shut down 90 days later. You already shut down a Battle Royale mode, right? You already shut down a first person Battle Royale mode. Ubisoft, you already shut down. What was it? X-Defiant. Is this shit still up? X-Defiant, our message to players. Look at this. Ubisoft inform players that the free tactical share will be sunset on 25th of June. You already shut down X-Defiant. You already shut down. What was it? Fuck, what was the name? Rainbow. What was it? Rainbow Six what? Rainbow Six Extraction. Is this still up? A tactical shooter, whatever, with co-ops. I think this is still up, right? Let me see. Is this still being sold? Mix release 2023. I never heard of this game since launch. Never. Never. Crisis event, game crashing, game won't launch, lost your PC, game not launch after download, look for made to play, achievement this, for this too, thanks. Okay, I'm going to assume this is gonna still be up, and then the reason for that is right here. Is because it has single player mode. But if it wasn't for this, I bet they would also shut down this one. But yeah, shout out to Ubisoft. Go for it. An Apex Legend, even though Apex is dying, go for it. Apex is on season 25, by the way. And then Ubisoft shutting down at the studio, letting people go. After many incredible years, we want to share news that Ubisoft Leamington has officially closed its door. We are beyond grateful for our talent team, whose creativity and passion dedicated have left lasting mark on the games we created, these memories we shared, and the community we built in Leamington. As part of this transition, we'll be merging our account with Ubisoft Reflections, where you can stay up to date on the latest development from our UK team. For those of you who are around Leamington, you'll still see the remaining team around town at local industry events. Thank you for being part of part of our journey. We truly appreciate your support. My broski was saying what? Broski was saying, can be. Show them ratios and players of Assassin's Creed. Okay. And then look at this. These are the plans for Ubisoft. These are leaked, by the way. So they plan to release 9 Assassin's Creed games over the next 6 years. All right, let's take a look. 2 big RPG games, 2 multiplayer titles, multiplayer of Assassin's Creed game. Who's asking for that? Who's asking for that? Multiplayer. I cannot wait to play a multiplayer Assassin's Creed game. Okay. 2 smaller experiences. That I'm interested. 2 remakes, 1 mobile game. Remakes. Okay, one of the remakes is already confirmed is Assassin's Creed 4. I would take a Unity remaster though. I would take a Unity remaster. Unity, when it came out, it was baggy as hell, but they learned the wrong lesson. They should, update the game and make sure it's polished, whatever. But they were like, all right, let's shift focus. It's like, okay, whatever then. Assassin's Creed J should be the next game to launch. Assassin's Creed J, is that the one? Wait, is that the one that they said there's gonna be a witch in it or whatever? No, it was AC Axe, right? Yeah, Axe. There you go. I want to see this one. It's supposed to be a bit dark. So wait, is this part of the smaller? I don't know. Let's see. Please let one of them be the remake of AC1. I would take AC2 actually, or maybe Revelations. I would take a remake of Revelations, but whatever. And then look at this one. Far Cry 4 censorship patch silently removes nudity after 10 years on launch. And the Far Cry team responded. Let's hear what they have to say. Hi, Insert Gaming IG. All right. To clarify, the update was a result of a mistake during deployment. The content intended specifically for the Japanese version of the game was accidentally pushed to the global version of the game. Okay. The team has since corrected the error by re-uploading the proper global version of the files to Steam. If players still seeing the unusual, restarting Steam and checking for updates should resolve it. Just to reassure everyone, there are no plans to censor Far Cry. This was purely an original packing error and now has been fully addressed. Okay, you heard it from the men themselves, right? Yeah, they've uploaded the wrong version to the global one because again, Japanese, they're very conservative about their, the culture and whatnot. So they have a little bit more censorship, right? They even censor hentai, but that's another conversation. And this is the patch that they publish. So they publish a patch for the, but that's the thing, I don't know. We're saying Steam. Why would there be an update on Steam? Because on PC we already have 6 FPS, but whatever. Far Cry 4 received an update to support 60 FPS. They updated a bunch of games. They updated Splinter Cell, Blacklist. They updated... what the hell else did they update? I don't think I have it. I don't have it. But they updated a bunch of old games. So yeah. New Assassin's Creed lead set trying to start you hard. I'm not gonna read this because this is similar to the one that we were reading before. This should be something that should be accounted for, right? If you have such ability in the game, you need to show maybe to Japanese folks, hey, what do you think about this? Is this okay? Not okay? Get some feedback prior to release, right? Then they patch so you cannot destroy the shrines anymore. I'm like, okay, at least that. Assassin's Creed huge. Shadow's huge, but Shadow's open world is a proof that we have lost Nemesis system just when we needed it the most. There was no. Someone said, what did it say? This boring schlop could benefit from a different boring schlop. What the fuck are you talking about? The Nemesis system is peak. Hell yeah. These people are now real gamers. Yeah, I said that, you know. But yeah. Oh my god. All right, let's go. So what is trying to say? So Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I believe, even the one before, it had a similar system to the Nemesis system, where you just keep fighting people, you get levels, and you know they kind of remember you and whatnot when you lose. Let's see what they have to say. So the big budget open world action games have hit the wall over and over again. We are seeing the same thing. The worlds keep getting bigger and more technically impressive, but the things you are doing on them aren't evolving. This is true. Major releases like Ghost of Tsushima, Sword Outlaws, or Outward Legacy keep running with the same problem. Spectacular worlds that either feel overstuffed with filler or oddly empty. Okay. No one knows what to put in these incredible digital sandboxes. Oh, that's a shame. It's a feeling that is being hitting me the hard as I play through Assassin's Creed Shadow. Despite its reputation for repeating itself, it's clear that Ubisoft does think quite seriously about these things. Shadow does as much as it can, not to simply be a checklist activities to work through. This is the feeling I was actually having with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm like, okay, Odyssey has an okay story, whatever, voice acting good, yeah. But it's like, man, it feels like, okay, go do this, 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 go do this. Instead of, you know, you being lost and immersed into the game. It's like, imagine a movie, yeah? You're watching a movie. How do you know if the movie is good? When you're watching, you halfway almost done, you look at the time, you're like, oh, that much time passed. That means you're immersed. You're so lost to the you know, to the film that you don't even check your phone. You don't even, you know, you don't get distracted because you're focused on the experience. And then you're like, whoa, that much time has passed, you know? That means you're having a good time. But when the opposite is like, you're always okay, let me reply to this message. What they say on Twitter, so you're checking your phone, that means you're kind of bored in the video game. So this is something that they need to fix. They tried, like the writer is saying, but let's keep reading. What does it say? You may like, no, we're not gonna like anything. Quest locations are given as a rough direction for you to follow, not just a glowing icon, encouraging you to engage with the map. So maybe they could, for example, lower the scope, maybe make a smaller map. I think that would be more impactful. I'm having a blast with Expedition Territory, so yeah. Anyways, the main story is a web of NPCs and enemies to be aided, murdered, or in order of your choosing. Instead of linear a series of siloed. I don't know what is that. What is that? Let's learn new words. Siloed. Past tense of past participle of silo. Siloed. Okay. As a tall cylindrical structure, okay, next to the burner, which is silage is produced and stored. Any several other structure of containers. So container, okay, the same purpose, such as core of trench or a polyethylene bag, underground shelter for a missile, usually equipped to launch the missile or raise into the weapon. Oh, so silo, like cover for the... I see. Yeah, whatever. Later events Pepper, the world. Often simply playing out around you instead of being added to an endless log of side quests. And yet none of it adds up, making the world itself truly interesting. It's beautiful and widely expansive. And a lot of sneaking and battling you can do. As many enemy force is a good fun, but the basic formula of filling it with content that seems incredibly shallow. I'm climbing towers, collecting pointless stuff, and essentially still ticking repetitive tasks off a list. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Even if that list exists in my head rather than the game's interface. Oh, interesting. Okay, the world remains just a backdrop, as its scale only exists in service of making it feel like there's a lot to do. And this is the thing, it's like they want games to cost $90, but this is what they provide to us. It's like, wow, you guys crazy. Even features like the seasons changing as I play almost have no impact. On how I move through the world or otherwise engage with it. The game isn't really about the world, despite clearly enormous effort put into making it authentic and wide as possible. It's about the handful of activities plunked into it and then duplicated across the expanse of it. Damn. It's incredible breadth without any depth. Shadows is a good recent example, but the problem of endemic to these blockbusters releases. Just 2 months ago, I was lamenting how Spider-Man 2 New York feels. Surrounding around buildings feels fast, but outside of the main story, there's nothing engaging to sing towards, and no sense of the city as anything but something to watch rushing past as you traverse. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Damn. What genre is this? What the genre is desperately mean is a way to make the world itself the star of the show. The heartbreaking thing is a studio already cracked this problem 11 years ago, but the solution is probably now lost for us for a long time yet. The Nemesis system first appeared in the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor 2014, and then again in a much expanded form of a sequel, Shadow of War. I bought it, I haven't played it yet. I will be playing that. I beat the first one though. Both developed by Monolith Productions that now is shut down. Fuck. And games journalists haven't stopped going on about it ever since. If you're not familiar, the long and short of it is the open road is full of orc enemies led by procedure generated named captains. Each is a combo of elements bringing together I cannot read, I'm tired as fuck. Oh my god, let's go. One of a wide range of voices and personalities with a distinct appearance and mechanical strengths and weaknesses that play and how you battle them. Bro, you put it making so many words. It's like, okay, as the game progresses, orcs rise and fall power and rank as they enact plans and fight amongst themselves. Okay, let me summarize it to whatever the fuck they just said. It's a dynamic system where the orcs, they fight themselves, right? I think this was expanded on the later game. In the first game, I don't remember they fighting themselves. They were just assigned as a captain, but whatever. Basically, the way it worked is like, okay, if you lose to them, they become more powerful. But if you kill them, you had a web of orcs, and you need to kill this captain in order to unlock features for that captain. Sometimes you can, for example, go to this captain and question him, right? Beat his ass and question him. Not necessarily kill, but you can get information about the next captains, right? Random information. And then you can either let them go, but they'll be like, I'll remember you. And then they're gonna go, they're gonna come stronger, right? And if they kill you, they become more stronger. They become even stronger. And because he's a lower rank and he's becoming stronger, he might go and kill the next captain. So he's like, I'm gonna kill you like I killed that other dude. You're like, oh shit, you remember. So that was very interesting. Yeah, very good mechanic. So I don't know what the fuck that guy was saying, but tailor your character is the wild cards, sowing cows in the system. Orcs that kill him, that's what I said, yeah, kill him grow in power and taunt him next time they meet. Even lowly, unnamed grunts will become captains if they are the ones who land the killing blow. Oh, that I forgot. Okay, so they become, yeah, if they kill you, they become stronger, which makes a good dynamic because you're gaining power throughout the game. So yeah, that's cool. In turn, when Talion, right? What the fuck did I read here? When Talion defeats or kills orcs, the balance of power can be upset, allowing others to rise up the ranks, and eventually he can directly turn captains to his side. Yeah, this is definitely a new feature. I don't remember this on the first game. Guiding their path through orc society and then setting them against their fellows. The system is seasoned with remarkably detailed reactivity. If you defeat an orc with fire, he may return horrifically burn. Okay. If you repeatedly humiliate an orc instead of killing him, it'll drive him slowly insane with obsessive rage. See, dynamics adapts to the player. Like, that's so fucking great. What the fuck that guy was saying? A mole you have planted in an enemy fort can, if left to their own devices too long, go native and turn on you. Ooh, and consistently find ways to recognize what you are doing in the world and make it a focus of your story. That I didn't know. Neither game was flawless. They both had their filler side content and disconnected story side missions. They both still had filler side content and disconnected story missions, see? And in many ways, their actual environments didn't impress. But the Nemesis system was an endless story generator, turning every journey from A to B into its own chaotic emergent drama. Every player had their own unique story, full of surprises, turns of fate, and engaging encounters. Far more memorable than any of the careful script content. Yeah, that's true. The Nemesis system was unique and frequently magical, but it did still feel like the draft of something revolutionary rather than its finished form. Yeah, you only had it in 2 games. This is exactly what I was talking before. Even in the sequel, it was too straightforward to exploit the system, and it struggled to scale with Talon's own leaps up in power as you level up. Yeah, it's hard to generate much drama once you learn simply to avoid dying or ever letting an enemy escape alive. Even Shadow of War, lengthy endgame, essentially an extended campaign of conquest driven entirely by the Nemesis system events. It's always felt like the full potential of the idea was frustratingly out of reach. But at the time, it was simply taken as a read that other developers would build on the idea. We would see Leuven utopia of Nemesis inspire open worlds. When after a few years such imitators manifested, quickly became clear that the idea was patented. Warner Bros. Was legally preventing its spread. And they're not gonna even use it because they shut down the fucking studios, but whatever. Oh well, at this moment, still had a new game in developer. For years, it was working on Wonder Woman project. It was easy to dream that it might pit the Amazonian warrior against a world of procedure-generated supervillains, taking the Nemesis to new heights. Until Warner Bros. Unceremoniously canceled the game and closed the studio earlier this year. As part of ongoing campaign across the company to both cut costs and obliterate fans' goodwill, at a time when the Nemesis system feels more needed than ever. The final nail has been hammered into its coffin. With WB only growing more conservative with his game division, even Slim hope they might hand the idea off to another studio to play with seems futile. Yeah, they won't, because if like this came out, I think they had the dates. Yeah, 2014, 2017, and to this day, 2025, you never used in any other game. That's never gonna happen. Forget it. Forget it. Awkward. Awkward. It's heartbreaking because more and more I think that Monolith discover what exactly the game design path, the entire open world genre should be on today. How much more excited and alive would Shadows feel if I was actually building relationship with warlords and factions that rule it? Wouldn't Spider-Man 2 have far more reason to exist if it was inhabited by network criminal gangs to interact with? That is true. Even though in case of Spider-Man, it's kind of a, superhuman, so I don't know. Maybe it would work out. I don't know. I would take the kind of emergent storyteller over scouring the map for 100 hidden collectibles in a heartbeat. Yeah, this is another thing. This is great only for completion's sake, right? You get an achievement. Oh, wow. But it's not something that people want to do. It's like, okay, if I'm traversing through the world, I may pick this up. That's fine. But if I gotta get out of my way just to pick this up in order to have fun, can I have at least some blockers or something? Anyways, it will be easier said than done. Of course, the MS system was a bit off on an engineering marvel, and certainly replicating it wouldn't be simple. But this game already aimed for enormous resources and manpower at elements that end up being far less consequential. I would happily sacrifice Shadow's entire base building, right? Randomized loot, and even dual protection system for something that imbued. I don't know this one, man. They're using so many words I never heard about. What is this?
Imbue.
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 Imbue. Okay. To inspire, influence, pervade, to saturate, impregnate. Okay, or die. To teach, deeply, die, to cause, absorb. Okay, imbue it with more actual life, a personality. This is what other games, smaller games are doing. All right, maybe AA is where it's at. And if the Nemesis system is off the table, maybe the answer is to try and find the thing that could replace it. I often think of Watch Dogs Legion, certainly a failed experiment, but the core idea, filling the world with distinct NPCs, any of which can be recruited to your team and become a playable character, was fascinating. Yeah, but Watch Dogs didn't make money or whatever. I don't know. They don't consider this as a core franchise, right? Core series for them. Mundane civilians you would normally walk past without noticing became a living part of the gameplay. Elements like their job experience and the network relationship could impact how you approach the problems and move through the world. Okay, so this is my biggest problem with Ubisoft, right? It's not like they go game to game, implement something, right, that they will use and expand on the next game. They just do in this game and they drop it, right? This system, since you have it, that's great, right? We could use it for something else. Imagine, maybe not the scale that it is, but for example, imagine Assassin's Creed, right? With this system. We had recruiting in Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood. That was fun as hell. Although you didn't control those characters, right? You just recruited them and then they would help you on a mission. So imagine now you can actually, hey, join the Brotherhood. And then they join and then you're controlling them in the Assassin's Creed. That would be fucking great. But no innovation here. No, just buy the book. Let's go to the checklist. Did you do this? Did you do this? Yeah. That's what we get, man. That's what we get. Whatever. It was probably too ambitious. The final product was sadly dull, off-putting for reasons too numerous to get into here, but it felt like the first draft of stuff that could be amazing. It's always like this. You never land. Look, let me put it this way. Leonardo da Vinci didn't land on Mona Lisa. He was painting many paintings before, and then he landed on Mona Lisa, right? This is with everything in life. You do something, you learn pros and cons, plus and minuses, right? Everything. You take it out and you use that against your next project. It's all an iteration, right? Eventually, it's gonna be the best thing ever made. But you know, whatever. The Witcher 3 is The Witcher 3, right? There were two witches before 1 and 2. Before two, and there was another one before 1, right? There were two Witchers before The Witcher 3, but we think that, oh, The Witcher 3 is the best, blah, 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 blah. This is what the guy said, that GTA 6 is the most game, whatever. It's like, there were other games before GTA 6. Like, calm down. GTA 7 will be amazing, though. But whatever. What did we say? That could be amazing. And it proved that there's a spirit of experimentation still alive at Ubisoft that could continue to be nurtured. Nah, that shit is dead. Nah, that shit's dead. With blockbuster video games more expensive than ever and the industry seemingly more unstable, studios understandably err on the side of risk avoidance for the most part, repeating the same basic formula that have succeeded in the past. Yeah, but the shine has worn off many of these conventions of open world design. We are desperately in need of innovation before people simply tire of the genre completely. If the Nemesis system can be the answer, then it's time to find something else. Yeah, Rob, let me tell you, the problem is you're assuming, you just mentioned even, yeah, that, you know, because there's so many risks involved, they don't want to try out new stuff. They just want to go for the good old reliable. When the thing that is working right now, people kind of forget that it was also based on experimentation. In the AA, this is where it's at. Experimentation is being done. Expedition 33. Square Enix said no, not turn-based. We got Expedition 33. Now they have no excuses. Right? So yeah, we cannot rely on what AAA tell us because it's just, yeah. Anyways, there's a video of Emma Frost, the Ticorella herself. She was talking with Venom. The character came out of Marvel Rivals.
4, 3.
She's thick as fuck. You know, we love to see it. I don't know. Go take a look on this. Almost there. Let's go. Controls Ultimate Edition new update introduces Hideo Kojima mission for all platforms. I'm gonna retweet this one. Shout out to Hideo. And it came out. There was news that yeah, Celebration confirmed after trailer posted early. After trailer posted early. What? Yeah, PC release date. It's in June, so yeah, it's coming. Whatever. Power World cosplay update coming later this month. But let's look at this one. What's the date then? PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's June 11. They already shown being playable on the Steam Deck. Not only that, and I believe the director of the game is one of the richest person or the richest person in South Korea with most assets or whatever. Shout out to them. What I wanted to say, yeah, there was another update with Power World that they removed the gliders from the game because of the Nintendo lawsuit. Nintendo's not allowing them to glide on Pokemons or whatever on Impulse, so they removed that. So yeah, this update, there was another update where they removed. So instead, you just get a glider, random default glider instead of gliding on the Pulse. Yeah, they're still being pressured. I don't know what the hell is gonna happen, man. Yeah, PlayStation 6 Portable can definitely run PlayStation 5 games, Leaker clarifies. PlayStation 6 even now we're already talking about PlayStation Portable. If we talk about like, if we get some, I don't want to say Vita because the Vita had like the what was it? Touchpad from behind. I don't know why they did that. But I can see a PlayStation Portable. I have my Vita right here. PSP, I believe, is the best I think you can see. You probably can see. I hope you can see. PlayStation Portable is, I believe, the best console. I think I own like 4 or 5 PlayStation Portable. I really like playing that, right? Vita, you can see it's catching dust. I have a couple games there, but it's like, eh. But if you give me PlayStation 6, I mean, for me, I don't know. I like to get my consoles after they drop support, especially from Sony. Sony, they release 2 months later, they drop support. I'm exaggerating, but you know, that's kind of what they do. They simply drop support. And because they drop support, the hackers come in and then you can start modding the console and whatnot. So I like when that happens. So yeah, let's see what was gonna happen. When it comes to PlayStation 5 games, it's like I can run them on PC. Unless we can find a way to kind of not pirate, but you know, go for gaming preservation, you know, maybe it's something that can be done. All right, so that was the news. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. And remember, we out here.